Good morning. This video is by request, and I wanted to make it anyway because I think this is key to being healthy for everybody. You don't have to have autoimmune. Everyone should be doing this, okay? This is the single most easiest thing you can do for your health. This and the body care, which we'll do that in a different video, because you don't have to do anything other than get the toxic stuff out and buy different products. That's it. And they're not more expensive. Often they're much cheaper. And the fact that there are toxic products on the market still, with all we know and all the sick people, is kind of shocking to me, honestly, and kind of upsetting to me because it's so simple, right? So you've asked me what I use for cleaning, the non-toxic stuff. Everything in this house is non-toxic. There may be toxic stuff in the build that I had no control over, but everything else, non-toxic. As non-toxic as it can be, okay? Anything, I suppose, can be toxic. I mean, if you drank this, it'd be toxic, right? So common sense, you know, because people, when you say you're chemically sensitive, they're like, well, everything's a chemical. That's not what we're talking about. There's a great resource for you. It's called environmentalworkinggroup.org. You can go onto that website and there's a database that you can plug your product in and it'll spit out what's in the product, what's problematic, what's not problematic, and how safe the product is, okay? Do that with everything in your house. Sometimes, so there's this thing called greenwashing where a product is marketed to be green and healthy, and really it's not. So even 7th Generation has some bad grades on their, do I have 7th? Yeah, so 7th Generation, I use some of their stuff. Not all their stuff gets an A. And same with Trader Joe's. I use some of their stuff, not all their stuff gets an A. So you really do have to scrutinize even the stuff that you get at the Co-op, Whole Foods, all those places. You still have to pay attention to it. And then once you find what you like, you just keep buying that, okay? I do change things up based on what's on sale sometimes. So maybe I don't always use this laundry detergent that I'm gonna show you, but you're gonna get the idea, right? I mean, this lasts me by 2 years. This is a lot of detergent. And I think it was like $10 or something. It's not very expensive. Environmental Working Group, ewg.org. Go to the website. So let's start with the dishwasher, okay? So get an A on EWG, and you can see all the ingredients and what they've determined about the ingredients. And they'll tell you, the ones that are problematic, they'll tell you exactly why they're problematic. They cause asthma, cancer, the whole list of stuff, right? And for my laundry detergent, this is a powder. I have a top-load washing machine and I wanted to prolong the life as best I can. And a person that repairs them told me to use powder, that it's better for it than the liquid. So I got this. I'm totally satisfied with it. And I only use like a teaspoon of it and it works just fine. So this BioClean. For surfaces, I use this Trader Joe's cedarwood and sage spray. And what I do is I water it down. I have another one of these over there, so this is a brand new one. I'll pour half into the empty bottle and then fill them both up with water. Lasts forever, smells good. This is what I use for that. It gets an A on the database. Also Trader Joe's, this is citrus. I think this gets an A or B, just dishwashing soap. You know, there's some toxic dishwashing soap out there. You don't need to obliterate the stuff that's on your dishes. You don't have to go nuclear. You just get like scrubbies. This is what I use for the Vitamix and this, and my dishes, glasses. You just scrub, that's all. And then I recently found this. You know how on the Vitamix, this part is the hard part to clean, right? And inside here, I wish they would make blender jars that don't have so many crevices, like all that. But they do, and when you do green smoothies, it gets up in there and it takes a minute to get it clean. So this does the rim really nicely. I just discovered it. And then for the inside, it's got this little brush and it's got like that too. You just have to do that. That and water will get it clean. One thing I don't have here is Bon Ami. It's like the clean version of Ajax. It gets an A on EWG. You can use that for your bathtub, your shower, your toilet, all that stuff. Sinks, everything. It's non-abrasive, non-harmful. I usually have that, but I'm out of it right now. But this stuff here fixes everything. Baking soda. This I prefer for cleaning, and also you can put it in your washing machine for fabric softener and whitening. It does everything. It's awesome. On the label, sinks, counters, ovens, refrigerators, bathtubs, microwaves, pots, pans, stainless, oh yeah, pots and pans, all the time. If you have stuff that won't come off, a little bit of this comes right off. It's amazing. You don't need the harsh chemicals at all. This whole bag, I don't know, under $10. This is like at least a year's worth, at least. Cleanliness is really important to me. You can pretty much literally eat off my floor. Like, everything's clean all the time. You just don't need those harsh chemicals. Don't use them. Please don't use them. They have an app so that if you're in the store, you can check, but maybe check before you go to the store, but mostly just check the stuff you have in your house. I was doing this way before EWG. I just like to tell people about this because it gives them science, right? It gives them tangible information so that they can see, why is this bad for me? Why can't I use my Tide? Well, because it's filled with this, 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 and this. You accumulate these toxins and carcinogens and all this stuff. Over time, you can have real problems with this stuff. And why doctors don't talk about this, like that really baffles me, because I feel like this is as important as food. I'm so passionate about this. Maybe not as important as food, because if you are doing those things and you're eating the greens, supposedly, Dr. Campbell says that will mitigate the toxins that you're exposed to, right? They've done studies where people are exposed to toxins, even cigarettes. And then if they eat a plant-based diet filled with these things rich in antioxidants, it will help you. But why do that? You're swimming upstream. Use the clean products. I started using clean products 30 years ago, maybe longer. So one ingredient that is, for me, the devil is fragrance. Immediate migraine, right? The fragrances, like, go on there and look and see what's in fragrance. So if you want fragrance in your laundry, you can get these little dryer balls. They're so cute. I've got a whole bunch of these. They're wool, and you put some drops of essential oils on there, and then you can put them, like I use the nighttime essential oils when I wash my sheets, because it gives them a nice little, just a faint little smell. Supposedly they also help get your stuff dry faster. It's like putting tennis balls and stuff, but they're not heavy. So you can do that for your fragrance. Like, you have to get essential oils that aren't fragrance oils. You want the extraction from the plant. You don't want all the other stuff. And then you get to pick what you like Lang Lang, or what your favorite scents are. And you can put it in your stuff, you can diffuse it, you can still have lovely fragrances in your house that aren't killing you. You know how sometimes you get in a car and they've got those Glade, like if you take Uber especially, they'll have the Glade fresheners and they're just pumping carcinogens into the air with that stuff. And I don't know how people can breathe this. If you're sensitive like me, I can smell that stuff a mile away, because that's how your olfactory system will do that if you're not bombarded with with the chemicals. But I think most people are watching this, they already do this, but for the couple people here and there that need to hear it, you can't have toxic stuff in your house and expect to be healthy. And I wish that when you go to your doctor, especially people with autoimmune or any other chronic condition, migraines, the doctors don't say, well, what products are you using? Well, they don't ask you what you're eating either, do they? Most of the time. They don't ask you about that stuff. That's why we have to do it. But they need to be asking, like, what products are in your home? What are you using? What do you wash your clothes with? Do you have air fresheners in your house? If you want fresh air, by the way, open the window. Open the window, diffuse your essential oils, clean everything, it'll be fresh. Nothing makes the air fresh that's chemicals. It's the opposite. It makes the air dangerous and harmful. And I hope I don't lose anyone with this. I know people get real attached to their products, especially the fragrances. That's why I really want you to look at Environmental Working Group. They've done a ton of research. They have facts. It's just facts. If you're using this product, here's the list of what is going in your system, in your home. Everyone in there is exposed to it. Okay, I think that's about it. If you have any questions, ask me. If you need support with getting away from this stuff, ask me. Easiest thing in the world, just swap out your product for something that's not toxic. All right, I love you guys. I want you to be healthy, and that's it for today. I'll see you real soon. I adore you. Happy healing.